Joe Johnston, and Ward has never had good matches against Joe Johnston.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to get one today.
Well, and it comes down to a national champion again against a two-time junior college national champion, first time out. You know, Ward's coming off a fall. He got pinned last time out, I believe, against UNI, Mosa Fay.
Well, I'll tell you what, I always say this. I love the way Joe Johnston wrestled, but he comes at you. Last year's national runner-up, 157 pounds.
Well, I think the coaching staff at Oklahoma State was worried about this match right from the beginning here. Ward's had some good matches in the past. Last year at the Big 12s, he beat the Paulson brothers there, Travis Paulson.
Well, the key here is he hasn't been able to keep the pace with Joe Johnston. So Joe Johnston needs, I mean, obviously knows that he's majored in 2 or 3 times, but he can't let this get to be a slow-paced match.
Well, right. Joe's got to win the match, so he's in trouble here. This is where, you know, Joe pinned him once, too. And he's coming,
Well, he knew he was about pinned there.
Well, you know, match isn't over yet, but he's going to have to make sure he doesn't spend any time on the bottom, which he's had trouble there.
And he's Ward is one of those guys that rides on the right-hand side, as you see here very clearly. And Johnston's had trouble with that right side ride for quite some time. That's where the Paulsons ride over there. And this is going to be one of those situations where he's going to have to really dig deep to get back into this match. Style doesn't favor him giving up that early takedown.
No. And everything favors a match like this for Ward from Oklahoma State, who has never had
we might call him for stalling. No, he's just hanging there. Because, see, I called it. Can't hang. You got to read. You know, you got to know that.
Just 2-on-1.
Yeah. Ward should have known that before he went out there.
Yeah.
You get there, you got to act like you're moving. You got to act like you're moving.
2-0.
You got to read the referee a little bit.
But if I'm him, I stay on the top position and.
I wouldn't stay there and hang, but I'd get back behind and pick up the leg and start doing some other things. And stay good and get that riding time build up. But don't hang. Don't hang. Try to take him back to the mat now.
Well, he's hanging now.
Yeah, he's hanging now.
He's not learning. He's not learning. He's not learning.
Yeah.
You know how close he got called for stalling there?
You know, as difficult of a time as Ward has had with Johnston on the feet, though, I think they still try to keep him down, regardless of whether he gets called for stalling.
Right. No, that's a good point, Jim. I mean, you know,
but
they got through it without a point against them in the first period.
Yeah, that's just like giving up an escape here. Yeah.
You've been in it for a minute. Cover. Let's go.
And then I guess Mike is right. He hasn't been able to break him flat.
That's why I say he's got to do something else. You know, that may be his ride, but you got to read the ref.
Yeah.
He's going to have to. He'll let him go.
Control.
He took him down the first time. I mean, it's not like he couldn't take him down. He's shown it already. He's taking him down. But that's the way it goes.
Ward was able to get a minute 16 of riding time there.
I believe Ward's the Big 12 champ last year, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Not a bad wrestler.
Late in the match, though, you see that head and a half, almost half head difference between the two. Late in the match, I think Ward has had difficulty staying, you know, compact enough for Johnston not to take advantage of his shot. He just gets opened up in here.
And he's already had 2 stalling, a warning and a stalling call, so he can't be blocking too much.
2-2, 12 seconds left.
It's not looking good right here. Definitely not looking good for Ward right there, the way he's wrestling right there. It's close. Well, I don't know how, you know, it's just, when I saw that arm come up, I know it's a little quick, but, it's a little quick, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Long first period there.
Yeah, it really was.
Red.
Minute 16 riding time for the Oklahoma State wrestler Ward, but Johnston can erase a little bit of that right now.
Green.
Ward comes out and Johnston. I really think he's never been known as a great rider, but
One red.
gives up the escape, but he finds himself in a position, I think, where he can come back and score and really make Ward work by keeping that head heavy, chest above the head.
Definitely wear him out.
Yeah.
Wear the neck and put him in a position to score later.
Really, Ward is working hard in here. Look at his lower back there, taking all that pressure.
Look at
now.
this guy.
Yeah, he's coming up.
I'll tell you what, he can pin from anywhere. We know that.
I tell you what, if he wants to wrestle a strategic match, he's not looking good on the edge there. Oklahoma State.
Well, he's going to get it here.
No, I don't know yet. No, didn't give it yet. You got a break there. You ain't going to get many more like that. You better take that call and better realize and go with it. Johnston actually hasn't had a good shot off yet.
Really hasn't, but here's a position where he's really effective. He can score.
And he
spread
might
him
score
out.
right here.
Yep.
No.
Oh, he walked right into a shot. There he goes.
There you come back. Yep. That's big takedown there.
Really is. Now
And this is not what Oklahoma State wants to get into.
Yeah.
A takedown, let him up, takedown, push, go, because Joe Johnston, that's his bread and butter.
You're coming right into his wheelhouse right now. He's going to work the head, come into his shot.
1 point.
Whoa.
Not only is
All
he...
points out.
And, you know, this is early enough in the match that it could come into play from a disqualification if he, but not when they hang here.
Well,
Neutral.
One thing about this, I have a feeling John Smith's going to remember this when the Hawks go down there the next time. That's the only thing. He's going to remember some of these things. I'm not saying they're bad.
Yeah,
They're just
you're not stalling, it's two.
look at him.
They're just
Make the headlock, and then come back the other way.
Making, you know, X-Line's making wrestling go. And Ward's, you know, definitely not helping himself on the edge there.
No, he isn't. He's got his head buried in his shoulder. Here's the double leg. And that's what they didn't want to see happen. And that's exactly what the Hawkeyes want to see happen. Scores at the end of the period.
7-4 in favor of Joe Johnston as they go into the last period. The only hope for the Hawks is for this win and to go into the final match. The winner takes all.
We talked about this before, Dan, but you know what? That's what you got to do with those guys that can scramble with you. You got to, you know, drop, drive, get the double, get him up up in the air, finish that way.
Look at this. Ward looks like he's kind of given up. That is good. Yeah, that's potential major. If he can score that easy. Potential, because he'll get another cutoff. He'll get another stalling call too.
Yeah.
He's pretty much got him where he wants him if he doesn't waste too much time right there. He's wasting too much time right there. He can get a stall call there because he makes him look bad, but you don't want to waste too much time. X-Line's the referee's ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
He's ready.
Well, particularly if you're just reaching back and grabbing a leg like that, you're keeping the man from releasing you.
Neutral. K.
Hey, you got to come up. When you hear neutral, you better come out of there.
Move in.
It's going to be a major.
13-6. In favor of Johnston.
Optional. Get set. Go ahead. Neutral.
Watch him drop.
13-7 now, the escape. There's no power left.
Give it up. Give it up. Shooting that move head to the outside, then he's kind of hanging, and then it's real tough to stop. Look at that. He's doing a good job now.
And watch out for the cradles with Joe Johnston.
Hey.
Well, he doesn't have a long wingspan, Tim, and if he can lock his hands, you know it's going to be pretty tight.
Well, he's ready. He's pumped.
Well, you know John Smith isn't happy. I like the way, I think they still think they're coaching against Coach Gable, Jim. They keep looking over here, you know, on the calls. They go, and Dan responds, you know.
Well, you know, I'm going to, when I coach, I take away all those elements and say, I got to beat that. You know, I just can't let that be a factor. Because then you always work harder. We lost the match. That's his 2 points. I don't think he's going to disqualify him, but he might. If he runs for 20 seconds, he's going to disqualify him. He's going to disqualify the guy.
He needs to push him to do that.
He's going to disqualify him.
He needs to push him to do that.
He's going to disqualify him.
That certainly would be.
Not yet. He's not going to yet. He's not going to disqualify him now. Not going to happen. Did he get it? Did he get a major?
25.
No, he needed one more.
It doesn't make any difference.
Right.
Winner takes all.
Didn't get back points anyway.
Yeah. Big win for Joe Johnston, 25-11 after a slow start. Kevin Ward goes down.
They're winning the meet right now, but they don't look like it. No.